You pointed this out. Joe Biden's still doing still doing good in the polls. Like he's still, for all intents and purposes, he's still number one. Out of now, Elizabeth Warren's catching up, but he's still number one. They're not going to let this guy get the nomination. They can't. It's starting to be. Did you see when he put his wife's finger in his mouth? In her mouth? Like that was super weird, right? But this one is the weirdest one. So he's hanging out with black kids again. I don't know if this is at the corn pop, the same area as the corn pop incident. Not the same interview, but the same area. You could tell he's hanging out.
Looks like the part of the Bronx tale where he goes to the other side of town.
Yeah. You can tell he's hanging out with the boys, too, because, he's not even wearing a tie. Nor is he buttoning the top two buttons on his shirt.
Well, I think it's because he just got done fucking one of those kids.
Oh. All right. Well, that's weird.
Removed some of the mystique from it.
Yeah, you're right. So let's check. It's only a minute and 33 seconds. But there's a lot to unpack. Let's check it out.
I saw that made me aware when I was in law school. Proudly for Holloway. Proudly for your dad. First African-American state senator in the state of Delaware. Everything about. And by the way, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got a lot of.
He can't help
people.
himself.
Stop.
He just can't help himself, right? Like it's.
And look, I'll be honest with you. I don't think Joe Biden fucks kids. I don't get that vibe from him. But he does these really creepy things.
He has issues. He has boundary issues.
Right,
it's just
right.
like you can't do that.
Again, because I think I'm not defending Joe Biden. The guy's he's a fucking crazy person. But I don't think he does. I think he does a lot of weird things, like his wife's finger in the mouth and the sniffing people.
I've always felt odd touching somebody else's child, right?
Yeah, no, thank you. It's
You know
weird,
what I mean?
right?
Other than a head tussle,
Right.
That's like the extent of like a hug or like there you go, kid, what's up? But like he does this weird rubby, like all hanging all, and it's like stop touching. They're not even your kids. Stop it. Stop.
And by the way, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down.
All right, look, maybe he fucks kids. I'm sorry. I'm going to take back what I said earlier. I don't know if he does. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe.
When did Joe Biden just turn into a Will Ferrell character?
That's what he is.
He's turned into just a Will Ferrell character. When I'm sitting in a hot tub and the kids come and rub my hairy legs, like it just seems
that's really weird.
It's
right?
a Will Ferrell character. This is the kind of shit Will Ferrell would have been saying 10 years ago on SNL, and we would have been howling laughing.
Are you at the same place I am with Biden, where like out of all the Democratic candidates, like I really hate a lot of them. I don't really even hate Biden. I don't hate him. I feel bad for him.
I don't.
You don't feel bad for him?
No, because I said it last week. He is the avatar, the representative of boomerism. Okay? You fucking made this bed, Joe. Now you get to lay in it with your fucking majority black city. You get to do this. You get to have.
You think it's a hospital bed?
You get to negotiate now with literal terrorists in government that are like, no, Joe. You're getting every last illegal immigrant, and you're going to fucking like it. And you're going to get legal pot, and we're cutting these kids' dicks off, and there's not a fucking thing you can do about it, Joe.
And then now he has to start going along with some of it,
and
too.
He's impotent, and he's had all his power taken from him. Hey, boomers, look at me. This is what it's going to be like for all of you. Eventually, your physical strength is going to drain from your body. You're going to be tired. You're going to be old, and you're not going to be able to care for yourself. And you're going to get it. The fucking day of the pillow is coming.
I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
And then they put my what's it called? My penis in their mouth in the pool. And then corn pop would come. Guy's the best.
They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap.
Weird, Joe.
This makes me.
And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
I want this. I want more, Joe. I want more terrified, confused boomers. I want this. This is cathartic for me. I want to see more people Joe's age just walking around looking terrified. And I don't care. It doesn't have to be in politics. It could just be in the lobby of a hotel or a Pep Boys or a fucking Cracker Barrel. I want to see looks of terror in the eyes of these fucking boomers as they realize what they've done. They don't get to die ignorant of what they've done. They need to live. They need to see this. I'm glad they have the longest fucking life expectancy of any generation before them. You are all going to live to be 110 and live in this world that you've wrought. And it's going to be glorious. And I am going to be here younger, and we're going to get younger people. We are going to slowly strip you of all of your fucking your welfare and your entitlements and your quality of life. We're going to slowly yank it from you piece by piece because you deserve this, boomers.
You know, and the other thing that I think of, this is the great white hope that was going to fucking take Trump down. I'm just going to go seriously, because if you look at the polls, everybody's he's the greatest chance.
He would have 4 years ago. He could have.
I agree.
He
with
hadn't
you.
lost his mind.
I agree
yet.
with you.
He could have came out and just stooped to Trump's level, and he could have won. Come on, I'll take you out in the parking lot. I'll beat that ass. Like, yeah, Joe. Like, it would have gotten so trashy, but he would have edged out the win because they would have went, it's Joe Biden. He already knows the layout of the White House. That would have been people sitting in the polls going, yeah, I mean, at least he knows like the floor plan, right? He knows he'll probably get to the office earlier than Trump will every day. You know, he knows the names of everybody. They probably don't even have to change the what do you call them? The towel, the embroidering on the towels. Yeah, they've already got those. It's fine.
About roaches, I learned about kids jumping on my lap.
Bet you do.
And I've loved kids jumping on my
I
lap.
bet you do.
That is fucking weird, man.
And I tell you what, the men, they're now all men, the guys I work with down here, and they're all guys at the time. They're all good men. Most of them made an awful lot of themselves.
Nobody
And Earl
cares,
Larkin
Joe.
had a rough time. And some of you knew Earl. I came back as a public defender.
What you just...
Somebody added the...
I want this. I want to watch them just be terrified. They need to stay here and live in this world that they built.
Damn, man. He is losing his fucking mind.
It's
Like,
making me happy,
gone,
though.
man.
He really is the quintessential boomer. He's that guy that every year, he just kept putting it all on the credit card. He just wasn't paying attention. He was in autopilot, and now the country's burning down. And it's like, oh, yeah, I can fix it. No, you can't, Joe. No, you can't.
You definitely